Hi guys, we are discussing the morphology of flowering plants and today we are going to discuss the floral formula. So what is floral formula? Let's see. As we know there is a huge diversity of flowering plants and we cannot remember all the plants based on their characteristics, but there is a formula which is specifically written in such a way that the symbols which are used in the formula will represent the different characteristics. So combinedly we can call the floral formula is one of the collection of several symbols. It is written with the help of several symbols which represent the particular characteristics in the flowering plants. Let's see. So as I said, the different symbols are used in the floral formula. So before discussing any floral formula or understanding any floral formula, we must know what are the different kind of symbols which are used to write a floral formula. So these are the list of several symbols which are generally used for writing the floral formula for any plant, any family of flowering plant. So first of all, we should know what are the different meanings for these each and every symbol. So say for example, suppose the ER is written there, so it indicates that the flower is a kind of bracteate flower. The flower which develops from the bract, it is a bracteate kind of flower. The K indicates the calyx. Calyx, as we know, the individual members of calyx are the sepals. So in the floral formula, you will find some numericals which are written over here near the K. So this numerical, for example, it is written as a K5. It indicates there are 5 sepals in that calyx. If it is K9 or K6 or something else, the number will indicate the number of sepals which are the individual members of this calyx. The next, which is capital C, it indicates the corolla. Again, as like calyx, the numericals will be there, which will represent the different individual members of the corolla, that are petals. So again, for gamopetalous and polypetalous means if the petals are free, they are polypetalous. If they are fused together, they are gamopetalous. So for gamopetalous, the numericals will be written in the bracket. So E will be indicating the perianth, A will be for the androecium. Again, the number of stamens can be written over here near the A. If it is A9, then there are 9 stamens in that androecium. The G will be indicating the gynoecium. Again, the number of carpels can be written here. Then the G, which has underlined below, it indicates the superior type of ori. The G, which is having underlined over, it indicates the inferior kind of ori. Then these are the common symbols which we generally use for denoting the male and female in each cases. And suppose the symbols are fused together, the male and female symbols are fused like this, then it indicates the bisexual type of flower. The bisexual flowers are flowers who has male and female parts in the same flower. And the plus sign, which indicates the actinomorphic flower, the plus sign in the circle indicating the actinomorphic flower. The actinomorphic flower we have already studied. These are the flowers which can be divided into two equal parts if you cut from any reti of the flower, any plane of the flower. Similarly, the percent sign will be indicating the zygomorphic flower. The percent sign will be indicating zygomorphic flower. These are again the flower which can be divided into two equal parts from the single radius or from the only one plane. So these are the several symbols which will represent the different characteristics, floral characteristics of a particular plant. And here we will see some diagrams. This is called as floral diagram. Floral diagram is again you can represent the different characteristics with the help of in a diagrammatic way with the help of several structures like this. Suppose these outside, these are the sepals which are the member of individual members of calyx. Then petals are here, these darkers are the petals. Then in the middle we'll see the ovule and ori, then stamens are drawn here, and this bottom one indicates the bract, means this flower is developed from the bract, so this is a bracteate type of flower. So with the help of diagram also we can describe the characteristics. So this description of different structures, floral structures, with the help of diagram it is a floral diagram, and representation of different characteristics with the help of symbols. These are the floral formula. So we'll discuss some examples of the floral formula with respect to several plant families. Let's see. So this is the first family. For example, the family Fabaceae. We'll discuss some vegetative characters and floral characteristics, and based on that we can write the floral formula. So if you see the vegetative characters of the plants which belongs from the family Fabaceae, these plants can be trees, shrubs, herbs, and they will be having a root system with root nodules. So root nodules, again this term we have already discussed in the nitrogen fixation. Root nodules are the tumor-like structures which are present over the roots of some plants, mainly in the leguminous plants. Then if you see the stem is erect type of stem. Sometimes it is modified as a climber for support. The leaves shows the alternate type of phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy we have already discussed the arrangement of leaves. So it showed the alternate type of phyllotaxy. The leaves are pinnately compound or they can be simple. They'll be having a leaf base. Then the venation is of reticulate type of venation. So these are several vegetative characteristics. And coming to the floral characteristics, the inflorescence is racemose type of inflorescence is present in the family of Fabaceae. So we have discussed two types of inflorescence, cymose and racemose. Racemose is one of the type of inflorescence, and the flowers of these plants are generally bisexual flower. They will be having male and female both parts in the same flower. They are zygomorphic flowers. Then calyx will be having the five sepals and which are fused together, so it is gamocephalous kind of calyx. And the aestivation, which is imbricate type of aestivation. So this aestivation we have already discussed. The imbricate aestivation will be having the margins of the sepals will be overlapped. The both margins will be overlapped on each other. So these are the imbricate kind of aestivation. And corolla will be having the five petals and which are free, so it is polypetalous type of corolla. And maxillary aestivation it shows. And coming to the essential floral modes, that is reproductive modes. So androecium is having 10 stamens which are diadelphous stamens, anthers are diphysous. These terminologies you have already covered. Gynoecium having superior kind of ori which shows single carpet, so monocarpellary ori having a single locule. It is unilocular ori and which contains many ovules. Style is single in this gynoecium. Fruits are mainly legumes. So as I said, the leguminous plants have the root nodules. So fruits are in the form of legumes which contain the seeds. One or many seeds are there, and mainly the seeds are endospermic. So these are the floral characteristics of the plants which belongs from the family Fabaceae. So based on these all characteristics, we can draw a floral formula. Say here. So the percentage sign will indicate the zygomorphic type of flower. This sign indicates the bisexual flower. The K5 is written here, the calyx whose individual members that are sepals are 5 and sepals are few, so they are written in a bracket. So K5 means 5 sepals are there. The corolla will be having the 5 petals, and it is as it is a maxillary aestivation. The one bigger petal will be there, two laterals and two fused wings are there that we have discussed in the maxillary aestivation. Then androecium is having 10 stamens which are arranged as 9 plus 1 arrangement. So 9 are fused together and 1 is free. So 9 plus 1, 9 is written So this 9 is written in the bracket, so these 9 are fused and 1 is free. So androecium will be having 9 plus 1, that overall these are the 10 stamens which are present in the androecium. So gynoecium will be having a superior kind of ori with one carpel. So this is the monocarpellary and superior ori which is present in the gynoecium. So overall, all these symbols will be representing the particular floral formula for this family Fabaceae. So with the help of these symbols, we can write down different floral characteristics, and it is very easy to remember all the floral characteristics if you know the floral formula for that particular family. So let's see some economic importance of this family Fabaceae. So economically, they have different kind of applications or importance. For example, the members of this family can be used as a source of food as a pulses. You can see gram or moong or soybean. All these are the different kind of pulses that we know and we eat generally. These all pulses are obtained from the plants which belongs from this Fabaceae. They also been used for the production of edible oil like soybean, groundnut oils are there, which are again the part of food. Then they also use for getting the dyes, indigo fera, which is used to extract the dyes. Then they also use to get the fibers, that's sunhave. These plants can also be used to get the fodder, for example, Cispania or Trifolium. The ornamental plants are also there. Lupines with P are the ornamental plants which belong from this family. They also have several medicinal importance. Overall, these all are the economic importance of the different plants which belongs in the family Fabaceae. So let's move to the next family. So next family is Solanaceae, which is having again the vegetative characteristics. In this case, the plants are herbs, shrubs, and sometimes they can be small trees also. The stems are woody, rarely woody, aerial, erect, and cylindrical. They can be branch, solid or hollow. The stem can be hairy and or smooth, that is a glabrous kind of stem. And the stem can also be modified into the underground stem, which are potato, for example. The scientific name of potato is Solanum tuberosum. The leaves, which will be showing alternate type of phyllotaxy. Then simple type of leaves are there. Sometimes rarely pinnately compound leaves can also be found in this family. The venetion is of reticulate type. The reticulate, that is net-like structures will be there in the lamina of leaves, which are due to the arrangement of vein and venlates. So coming to the floral characteristics, the inflorescence of these plants can be solitary, single flowers can be there, that can be in the cluster, which will make a cymose type of inflorescence. The flowers are mainly bisexual flower and actinomorphic flowers. So flowers can be divided into two planes from any radii of the flower. The calyx will be having the 5 sepals which are united, so it is a gamocephalous kind of calyx. And some cases it is persistent calyx, as we have discussed in the brinjal. The calyx remains there along with the fruit. For example, in the brinjal, this kind of calyx is a persistent calyx, and it shows a velvet aestivation. So corolla again has 5 petals which are again united. So gamopetalous corolla is there. Velvet aestivation it also shows. The androecium will be having 5 stamens which are epipetalous, and gynoecium will be having a bicarpellary syncarpous ori which is fused ori, and it is a superior type of ori having 2 locules, so it is bilocular ori. Placenta is swollen, which will contain many ovules. And if you see the forms of fruit here, the fruits are in the form of berry or capsule, and seeds are many in the fruit and which have a endosperm, so they are the endosperm seeds. So taking all these floral characteristics, we can write a floral formula. See here, so these are the bisexual flowers which is indicated by the common symbol. The K5 indicates 5 sepals are there which are fused, that's why it is written in the bracket. The C5 indicates that there are 5 petals which are again fused, polypetalous, so they are written in the bracket. The A5 indicates these are the 5 stamens which are present in the androecium. The G underline will be indicating the superior ori having 2 carpels, so it is a bicarpellary ori. So overall, this is the floral formula for the family Solanaceae. Let's see the economic importance. So this the family involves the plants which are mainly used as source of food. For example, tomato, brinjal, potato are the vegetables that we generally eat. The spices, including chilies, also comes in the Solanaceae family. They also have a medicinal values, fumigatory values like in tobacco. They are also ornamentals which can be used in the gardens for the ornamental. So the next family, that is Liliaceae. So the vegetative characters of these families are the stem which are generally underground kind of stems which shows the different modifications like bulbs, corms and rhizomes which are underground modification of stem. These are the perennial herbs which is having this underground modification of stem. The leaves are mostly basal type of leaves are there which again shows the alternate phyllotaxy. The leaves are arranged alternatively to each other on a common axis. The linear leaves are there which are exstipulate and having a parallel venation. So veins and veins are arranged parallelly to each other on the lamina of leaf. Coming to the floral characteristics, the inflorescence of these plants can be the solitary type, single flowers can be there, or it can be in a cluster like cymose inflorescence. The flower is basically bisexual flower and actinomorphic flower. Perianth, it has a perianth whose individual members are called as tepals. So there are 6 tepals, 3 plus 3 tepals are there. So which are often united in a tube-like structure, and it shows a velvet kind of aspiration. The androecium has 6 stamens, which are again 3 plus 3 arrangement. The gynoecium has tricarpellary ori. It has 3 carpels, and syncarpous ori again. The ori is the superior kind of ori which has 3 locules, so it is a trilocular ori. The locules will be having many ovules which are arranged in a hexaid kind of placentation. So fruits can be in the form of capsule and rarely it can be in the form of berries. And seeds are the endospermous seeds. So taking consideration into this all floral characteristics, we can draw again write a floral formula. So Br will be indicating the bracteate flower. The plus sign is indicating the actinomorphic kind of flower. This combined male female symbol indicates the bisexual type of flower. The perianth, which is having 3 plus 3 arrangement of tepals which are fused together. The endoecium is having 3 plus 3 arrangement of stamens. These 3 stamens are fused. The another 3 stamens are fused. So all are to fuse in a group of 3. And the ori is of superior type of ori having 3 carpels. So it is a tricarpellary trilocular ori. So this is basically the floral formula for the plant which belongs from the family Liliaceae. Let's see several economic importance of this family. So economic importance are mainly these are the wood ornamental plants. For example, tulip and gloriosa are the ornamental plants. They are also the source of medicines. For example, in aloe vera. Aloe vera is again a medicinal plant as we know. Vegetables, asparagus, which is used as a food. Then colchicine is one of the compound which obtained from this plant and which has a medicinal value in the treatment of diseases like gut. So these are several economic importance of the family Liliaceae. So as we have discussed the floral formula, we can write by representing the different symbols for different characteristics of the flowering plants. And if you know only the floral formula, if you just remember the floral formula for any family, you can easily write down their characteristics. But the one thing you must know is the representation of symbols, what kind of characteristics it is representing, that you must know. Then you can write down the characteristic floral characteristics of any of the family if you know the floral formula. There is no need to remember all these things. That's all about different families, their characteristics with respect to floral formulas. So here we have stopped. Thank you.